Whoa, let me back from the camera. What's up, everyone? You're a guy? Well, you women, this applies to you too. But mainly the guys. If you're a guy and you're trying to get some female nectar, I'm going to use some nice terms. I don't want to be too blunt today. This video is for you. Now, look, I know a lot of you guys out there is well aware of what's going on. Social media done took over. Porn is easily accessible. And pretty much most guys done forgot how to go out and just basically be a man and be an alpha about it. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of pointers to help you get the girl of your dreams. And if you're gay, this applies as well. But I'm a straight man, so I'm talking to mainly straight men. So let's dive into it. The very first thing I want you guys to do is to get off of the porn sites. Get off of the porn sites. Yes, self-pleasure is the blessed pleasure. When I was young, before I got laid, I would beat it like it stole something at least 3 times a day. But when you're going through puberty, that's normal for most men. There are certain situations where it is perfectly okay for a man to relieve himself. It becomes a problem if you develop addictions like porn addiction. And you have a hard time actually talking to a woman because your mind is so warped from watching porn and gangbang videos and all that stuff that can really mess you up at a young age. So my advice, now that porn is so accessible than what it was when I was a kid, because you had to find your parent porn stash or have a DVD player and get DVDs. Get off of the porn sites and learn how to talk to women, which brings me to step number 2. Most women like a man that have some form of intelligence. Okay? You have to be straight up here in the mind. If a woman asks you a question, she's looking for certain answers. I'll give you an example. If a woman asks, hey, how do you feel about a particular topic in politics? And you sit there and say, well, what's politics? You might have lost points with that woman. Now, if you sit there and say, oh, well, I think what's going on in Congress with the Republicans and Democrats is a little bit biased on both parts because the economy is suffering, in my opinion, even though they're making jobs. The economy, in my opinion, is still hard. Inflation is high, an all-time high. And I think that if we would just keep our nose out of everybody's business and worry about our own business here as Americans, then I think we'll be all right down the future. That woman be like, oh, wow, he knows what he's talking about. Okay, let me dive deeper. You got to have intellect. You got to be able to talk to a woman. You have to have confidence in yourself. Okay? A woman like a man that is sure of himself. Okay? So that's step number 2. Step number 3, how do you dress? Now, you may find this hard to believe, guys, and I have a pretty decent physique. You may find this hard to believe, but women don't like a guy, well, women with self-respect, okay, usually are attracted to guys that sag and show their draws and shit, which is some gay shit, by the way. Prison shit, gay shit, by the way. I used to be a correction officer, so trust me, some gay shit. Women, for the most part, aren't attracted to men like that because they mean that a man don't have no self-respect. That shit ain't cool and it'll make you hard. That makes you look like a dumbass. Most women like a man that dress and that they clothes actually hug their physiques. It shows off their body through the clothes. It's kind of like when a woman wear a see-through gown and it's like, oh my God. Or if she's wearing some clothes that hug her figure. It gives you the thought process of, wow, what do she look like with clothes off? That's the same way a woman would think when they see you wearing certain clothes. If it shows off say you got big calves and thighs and quads and hamstrings like I do. I do a lot of squatting, a lot of running. No gay shit, but the glutes are nice and firm and tight. You pull your pants up, all that shows below the waist. Up top, I have a nice figure up top. My chest ain't the biggest in the world, but I have predominantly nice traps, nice built back. So I have that flow that makes me look appealing to a lot of women. So it's how you dress, how you carry yourself. You have to make a woman want to talk to you. You gotta make a woman want to think about what you like with clothes off. You have to set the bait out there. If you're fishing, you have to set the line, the rod and reel, and throw it out there. Okay? So how you dress is number 3. Step number 4, okay? And this is the big one. Are you financially stable? Do you have money? Don't no woman want to come to a man's house and the man stay with their fucking parents. That's you can have a car, transportation, but if you're not financially selling your own, don't at least have your own apartment, your own pad to go to do the thing, or enough money to even go to a hotel. Stay away from the motels unless you're just trying to get a slut and bang a slut. That's a video for another discussion. You need to have your own stuff. And watching porn on the fucking phone and playing video games all motherfucking day, eating Mickey D's and staying at your parents' house, you'll lose cool points. You won't even know how to talk to a woman. And that's step number 5. How are you talking to these women? If you go up there and tell a woman, I just want to bang your puss, you're not going to fuck unless she's just a complete slut. And if you're that confident to do that, you better be fucking in the best shape of your life, have the nicest car out there, and have the nicest clothes on with a shitload of money in your fucking pocket. Because I assure you, you might get slapped. Now, with all of that in mind, and with what's going on in the world with sexual assault and rape and stuff of that nature, you have to know when to talk to a woman. If you can go on your first date, for you virgins that never probably been on a damn date, but if you find a woman that you like and you go up to her and you're talking to her very professionally, very intelligent like, and you happen to go on the first date, don't put your mind on sex. Don't even let that idea float across your mind, because what's going to happen is you're going to lose interest in that lady. See, you also have to be interested in that lady. Okay? When you listen to what the lady might be talking about at dinner and it resonates with you, that's a sexually attractive trait to have. Versus, oh, I just want to bang you, lushing. Sometimes you can lust with someone and then the woman might get out her clothes and you never had sex before, and guess what? Your dick might not work because you don't work yourself up into a fucking frenzy that you got so nervous. And watching all the porn in the world ain't gonna help you for that situation. Okay? So don't put your mind on sex on the first date. Okay? You have, there's steps to this process. Take her out, learn about the lady. Phone conversations don't do justice when you're actually right there in front of the lady. Feel the lady out, feel the vibes. Now, let's say it gets to the second stage where she's coming to your place to hang out. Don't try to force yourself on the lady. Let it play out. You have to be patient. Sex is a patient game, okay, when you're trying to lose your virginity. You don't want to lose it to a slut, all right? And I'm not saying the girl that you might have sex with might end up being the one for you. You want it to be a memorable moment, okay? So you don't want to rush this. If the girl comes to your place, if you have your own place, which I hope you do, and I'm trying to help you with this shit, and y'all are watching a movie at y'all house, it's romantic night, if you're old enough to drink, which you should watch my channel, don't try to get intoxicated. If you smoke weed, you know, be mindful. You know, you don't want to get her too high that she don't remember, because then that R word will come into fucking play, all right? Take it slow. This is where you can really find out if you're sexually attracted and you want to have some intimate relations with the lady, okay? If you can trust yourself to be alone with her and she's snuggling up on you and you're showing her some respect, but you're caressing her, you're rubbing her in certain spots, not between the legs just yet, you're not caressing her boobs. If she don't take your hand and put it on her boob, or take your hand and put it between her legs, don't go there. Just caress her shoulders. Breathe gently on her fucking neck. Breathe gently around the ear. Those are spots to arouse the fuck out of a lady, okay? Ask her how she's feeling. If she's responding to you, that means she trusts you. But that still don't mean make the move. You make the move when she gives you the signal to make the move. And that will be when you get to third base. If y'all in the bedroom at this point and she's grabbing you and kissing on you and stuff like that, and she started to put your hands in places that I said not to go, that means she wants you. And at that point, watching some porn in the world might be good to try out certain things, okay? But you have to know. You have to know. A lot of guys done forgot how to do this because they don't talk to women. They're afraid to talk to women, and they become beta. And then when a woman don't give them the time of the day, they cry and complain that their balls hurt and that they can't get laid and that they're tired of busting nuts on themselves or on a towel or some tissue. You know what I mean? But by taking my advice, I assure you, you can get laid. Women want men that's just confident in themselves, dress nice, have money, have shit going for themselves. If you got that, man, it's not that hard to get laid. Even nerds can get laid. It's not that hard. This is to the guys that are lost out there that don't know. Even the fat, chubby guy can get laid. You just got to have some confidence in yourself, dress appropriately, have a job. It applies to all races. That's the basics. That is the basics, okay? Have the basics. And I assure you, you will do just fine. And I hope this helps. And for you ladies out there, don't worry. I'm going to give you some advice in the next video. But the one thing I want you to remember in the next video, you guys might have seen, you ladies might have seen the movie Think Like a Man. That is true. If you have your eye on a guy that you want to have sex with, I'm going to help you with that in the next video. They'll drop next week, most likely. I'm spreading health and wealth around the world. You can jump on the train and you can jump off. I already don't give a fuck at this point. But take my advice, man, and you can get laid. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about what not to do in the bedroom and what to do in the bedroom. And it's toys needed. They'll be next week as well. And I can assure you, some toys are warranted in the bedroom. Some, I don't think, need to even be in the fucking bedroom. But there'll be a video. There'll be debut next week. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. And this has been your boy, Savar Matner, helping my men and women out there find a guy and girl for them and getting their rocks off. Peace.